Hi guys, welcome back to my weekly readings. I trust you guys have had a wonderful end to the month of February and are gearing up for March. Keep in mind that March we have daylight savings, which is great for us here in the United States. We also have spring. Finally spring is coming. March flowers, March rains. It's going to be a blessing this month. It's also representative of the third month of the year, and the third card of the major arcana is the Empress. So being able to manifest beautiful things into your life, being able to manifest a desire, whether it's a pregnancy or beginning of a business, a new job, a new home, just at the beginning of a big cycle in your life where you can feel the manifestation. It's also representative of the planet Venus, and Venus is all about your money, it's all about love, it's all about beauty. So perhaps changing your hair, getting on a diet, walking more, drinking more water, doing things that beautify yourself or that change some habit or something that you have that perhaps you're not really happy with, and proceed from there. I'm also going to be offering a discounted price on a reading. I'm going to offer a reading for $25, any subject, 3 questions, and it's pre-recorded, so I'll be recording the reading and sending it to you. So during the month of March, I will offer that special on a reading. So if you're wanting to find out about something, if there's something that's nagging at you, a question, a situation, it could be romance, it could be work, it could be related to anything that's going on in your life, just write to me at riseshealingarts11@gmail.com and we will schedule an appointment for the reading. I am going to do it on a first come, first served basis. So if you're interested, get your message in there to me early. And I'm looking at the butterflies in the back. I hope you're noticing that, because I am in the butterfly garden again. I truly love this space, and I tried to come in here early so there isn't a whole lot of sunlight shining through at this point, but it's a little quieter than normal. Just hear some of the crows and I see the butterflies are around. But anyway, take advantage of the reading if you desire to have a private reading, and if not, it's okay as well. But please write to me, send me messages. I'm really interested in knowing how you feel. If there's a certain reading that you would like me to do, I'd like to hear your comments down below. I appreciate you guys for listening to my channel so very much. So thank you guys for your likes, your shares, for listening to me all these years. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty last week, and the readings that I posted didn't show up until last night when I noticed that there was a problem with them, and I reposted them or made them unprivate. For somehow they got put on private, so what the hell? But anyway, I fixed that. So last week's reading, you got it last night, and today you're going to get this week's reading. So if you're interested, you can check that out to see if any of it made any sense for you during the week. But other than that, this is just the introduction to the reading, so let me prepare. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Welcome again to my weekly reading. Today we're going to take a peek at the energies that may affect us from the 3rd to the 9th of March. As I was shuffling, I did get a few cards that popped out, as always, but let's see what they are. All right. During this month, or within this week, perhaps you get an idea. Something comes about that you feel like you need to take a journey somewhere different. There's something that you want to do, something that you want to start in your life, or perhaps a question that you have, or just a new place that you may want to look at. And it's going to cause an indecision in your life, because perhaps you go somewhere and you think, wow, I really would like to live here. I have a couple of choices of where I'm going to move, or a couple of choices when it comes to romance. Should I go for it? Should I not? Maybe there's a path that you want to start on, a path that's spiritual. And it's caused a great big indecision in your life, because there's a new doorway that's opening up for you when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to perhaps a new path in your life that leads you to a place where you can become more enlightened when it comes to spirit, or maybe you meet someone that helps you further along when it comes to spirituality, but you need to take a trip. There's a little trip that you're going to have to take in order to bring this about. So if there's any desires that you get, or a thought to go somewhere or do something different, you're being urged to go ahead and do it, because it's going to further you down the road when it comes to enlightenment or spirituality, something new that you learn, a new path, a new way of thinking, a new way of eating, a new way of doing things that will open the door to spirit. Okay? So there's intuition, enlightenment, growth that is coming about during the month of March. So be prepared that new ideas are going to pop in your head. You may not know how they got there. It may cause a great big indecision in your life. Which direction to take? Should I move? Should I leave this partner? I know there's going to be a lot of questions that come up, but while you're following your intuition, which is, this card represents that. It represents many paths that we could take, many decisions that we could make. But by following your gut feeling, it's what's going to help you move forward, and in turn make you a little stronger when it comes to spirituality. Perhaps it strengthens your third eye, or it strengthens one of your chakras, or all of them. Maybe you find a place where you can really go and meditate or spend time alone, where there's a connection to the earth, like there is in this little corner. I mean, there's a lot of people that come here and they look at the orchids and they look at the flowers and all of these butterflies that are all around. But I have to try to find time to come here and be by myself, and I have. Later in the afternoon, it seems quiet, and right early in the morning, there's not a lot of people up yet, so I can spend time alone. But it has greatly helped me open up my heart, because there's a connection to the divine, a connection to the fairies, a connection to the earth that, some people may not believe. It doesn't matter to me. I believe. And in this place, even the little mushrooms that are growing due to the water that they're spraying, and some of the plant coverage, they even look like little flowers. I mean, the place is magical. It's beautiful. You can meditate. You can come up with new ideas, or just the beauty itself. You can get a pen and paper out, or pencil, and draw some of the beautiful things that you see. All of that helps you strengthen your spirituality. It helps you focus. So it helps you open your third eye. It helps you get messages in from your angels and from your guides. So it's all something to aid you in growing spiritually. So there could be a plan to go somewhere beautiful. Look it up. Where can you go to beautiful gardens, or where can you go to a place where there's running water? Something that helps you connect. It's important. Another card that came out was Live Your Joy. Thank your angels for supporting me as I follow my joy. So finding something that makes you happy, that makes your heart sing, a place, a person, whatever it is, for all of us is going to be different. Finally finding something, or just following our heart to something that makes us happy. In my case, it's going to be drawing or painting. I'm going to start painting again, because I haven't in quite some time. I've wanted to, but the place where I was at was not conducive for art. It was just very, it was very built up, a lot of concrete. I know that there's a word for it. It's either urban or suburban or whatever it is, but it was just not, there was no beauty there. There was no trees, there was no flowers. It was just very bland and not colorful. At least this place here, there's color everywhere. There's nature, and it's helped me bring back some of the desires to connect. Like a muse. It's been a muse to me to see all this beauty that I had been missing very, very much. So find your muse, people. Help, get help. Somebody can remind you, hey, what was it that I used to like when I was a kid? Hey, what is my favorite thing to do? And go do it. So your angels are urging you to get out there and find something that helps bring the beauty back into your life. Remember, we're in the third month, so we're dealing with the Empress. The Empress is all about beautifying things, being beautiful, having beautiful things around you, or things that make you very happy, or things that just, make your heart sing, which is what you need to do. They're also advising you to take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what is not serving me. Sometimes we think, oh, I'll just do that. I mean, I really don't want to. I don't like it. There's that person really doesn't attract me, but perhaps there's something there. You were going to fall off a cliff. So whatever it is that you were thinking about doing that you really weren't sure of, or it just didn't give you that little happy feeling in your gut, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're going to end up falling backwards in a sense, where you have to then retrace your steps, or something is going to make you very unhappy for having done that one particular thing that you were thinking about doing, and it's not going to serve you. So if it's not something that makes you happy, or where you feel that this is a must, I need to do this because la da 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 da, whatever freaking reasons you have to do something that's going to really change an outcome, that's really going to be a major step, you need to feel that it's the right thing for you to do. If there's one tiny shred of, I don't know, don't do it. Don't do it yet. Okay, take a step back and retrace your steps. Think about why you're doing things, and it has to be a really important reason why you're taking that step, or why you're wanting to go in that direction, or hooking up with someone that, that perhaps isn't your type, but you feel, oh, well, maybe there's something there, and when I get to know them, I'll find out. It's like, no, just relax. Take a step back. Take a step inward is what we need to do. Instead of going outward to seek happiness, or to seek some type of fulfillment outside of us, take a step within. Go within and fulfill yourself through finding what it is that makes your heart sing, finding something that makes you happy, going in a direction of some place or somewhere that you're going to feel better. Even if it means you have to move, you have to work hard at something, you have to really invest in moving or changing your partner, but whatever it is. And I don't want to say changing your partner so lightly, because you can suffer and so can the other person. So if that is the case, if it's abusive, or if it's demeaning, if you're in a state of really distress and despair, then I would say adios. Go somewhere, even if you have to be by yourself for a long time, it doesn't matter. It's better than being accompanied by someone that's going to hurt you, or someone that constantly belittles you, or upsets you, or beats you, or does things that hurt you and your family, or says nasty things about you. If it's someone like that, you have got to go, because you'll be better off alone. But if it's just a regular everyday, I'm stressed out because I don't have enough money, and you have an argument with your spouse, or you're not getting along that well, you can overcome these things. These are just natural relationship issues. But if it's a horrific situation, and you know what I mean by that, if it sounds like something that's happening to you, then perhaps you need to start thinking of, okay, this is where I need to go, or I have to start saving some money, see how I can work on this situation. And if it doesn't get any better and it gets worse, then you need to, make different plans. Because I'm not an advocate for telling people to leave their spouse or their relationship if it's not working out. I don't like to do that, because sometimes those relationships are very important. They're very significant soulmates, but we're there to learn a very difficult lesson with them. But sometimes that lesson can become overwhelming, and one of the two runs. One of the two has to go, because it's just time to go. It's time to go learn another lesson. But then the lesson is within. Go within and find out why you did that. Why did you hook up with that person, or why do you have relationships that always end in the same way? Because it could be just a lesson. Sometimes soulmates are there to just switch your path, change your direction, and nothing more. They end up staying because there's a connection, there's a soul recognition, even if you don't realize that your soul does, their soul does, and you stay together. But you were supposed to just meet and separate, not stay together for the rest of your life. I mean, in some cases it is the lifetime partner, but the lessons are so hard that you can't stand to stay in that situation for very long. You need periods of separation, but then it's not a lasting separation. It's just time, intervals of time, where you have to go and then come back, go and come back, because you need to learn apart. Some things you have to learn together, and some things you need to grow apart, because you can't do it with the other partner there. Somehow the partner will stop you, because you pay more attention to the partner than you do your own internal growth. So take it with a grain of salt. and see which direction you need to take, or what it is you have to change so that things get better, so that you go within and happier. You're happier. We're supposed to be happy. But I know that this life is so dual, you know, and it pulls us in many directions, and very difficult to do things that you love, because sometimes the things that you love don't bring the money that it needs to keep the roof over your head and food on the table and a vehicle to get you around, because we need all of those things, you know. Unfortunately, it's the way it is in this lifetime at this time. So we need to be able to do the little things that we love in intervals and little tiny times during the day, but we should do it every day, just a little bit, because that's what keeps you alive. You know what I mean? Within. You're still alive, but you might just be going around life just humdrum, you know, every day. Oh, get up, do this, you go to work, you come home, you eat, you go to bed. It's like really boring. You need to have some excitement in your life, in other words. Okay? All right, some other cards have hit the table, so let me go here and get off that train. We have the Ace of Fire. This is fire energy, inspiration, new ideas that come to you because you're following your guidance, you're following your muse, or you're trying to attract a muse into your life, something happy, something that makes you happy. We also have the Ace of Earth. Okay, so this is the Pentacles, and we have the Wand. So we have beginnings. There are new beginnings that are trying to come into our lives. It may not happen today or tomorrow, but it could. It could have happened yesterday. You could go somewhere today, you know, you could listen to this reading and go, you know what, I'm going to go to the park, or I'm going to go to the beach, or I'm going to go outside and look at the ice, because if it's snowing where you are, there is beauty in that ice. There is beauty. There's beauty everywhere. You just have to look for it, but it is there, you know, and just, you know, you think of something spectacular, something that you want to do. We have the Hanged Man, which is perspective, looking at life from a different perspective, a slow down of what you're doing or what you were thinking about doing, or a complete stop to turn and look at something else and do something else with your life. We have the Four of Fire, where it's a gift coming in that we're trying not to look at it, but we need to. We need to. We're kind of bored. We're stagnant in our lives at this time, and that's just where we need to go and look for that muse. And then we have the Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands, all the spectacular messages or news or just fire energy, ideas that you're getting, or ideas, things that you're hearing from other people. So we have new beginnings that are trying to come into our lives. This new inspiration, new direction. Once you make the decision to do something else, is going to lead you down a path where you can manifest something new into your life. This is the beginning of a new manifestation, of a new idea, of a new path that could bring finances in the end, or can make you very stable as you reach the end of that suit, because these are just the beginnings. The beginning of an inspired thought, the beginning of a new path that you can try to materialize into your life. And this is a great month to do it. The month of the Empress. We have the Four of Fire. So there's meditation, there's contemplation times. You're thinking, oh, this is what I used to have, this is what I have, but what is it that you want? What you used to have is in the past. What you have now may not be completely manifest yet, because you're focusing still on past, so you're not really all into the now, where you want to manifest, or you want to do things that you love. So there's a gift that's being given to you by the divine. Usually this card has a hand with a cup that's being offered to you by Spirit. So there's a new idea that's coming. You need to jump on it. You need to take it. Here she's playing a flute. The fairy's playing a flute. So she's using music to help her meditate, to help her focus, to help the thoughts come in. So perhaps music, running water, staring at a flame, ice if it's all white and beautiful. Listen to the sounds. It helps you meditate. It helps you get those ideas in. So you need to do that. So you need to spend some time by yourself, quiet time. Like the Hanged Man, he's hanging there because he's waiting for this enlightenment to come in. He's waiting because he's fed up with what's happening in his life, and he really wants to bring something new into his life, but spiritually. new enlightenment, new ideas. He's wanting to see where he's gone wrong, or perhaps why he's at a standstill at the things that he's trying to manifest. So he's like, okay, I'm going to wait here until I figure this out. So he starts to look at things from a different angle, a different perspective. Hence why he's hanging upside down, because when you're hanging upside down, you're looking at everything upside down. So perhaps things are upside down in your life right now and you want to turn them up. But you have to get that enlightenment. You have to know why things are upside down. What is it about you you need to change? What is it about your personality that you need to flip right side up? And you need to change the perspective, the way you look at things, the way you react to things, the way that you are. There's something about you that you have to change before you can proceed forward, before the hangman is no longer waiting around, where he's now taking action. So it's a patience. This new inspiration, this new path that you're going to materialize, this new way of seeing life, it may take a little while before you can actually manifest it, or before you can actually see what it is that the Spirit is trying to show you, the Spirit is trying to bring into your life. And once you do, then things are going to begin to move forward very, very quickly, because then you're going to get your epiphany. You're going to say, oh hell, this is what I need to do. And it's only, remember, it's only one step. It's like shining a light, but only being able to take one step forward, like the hermit. Right? He's a leader. But when he sits and meditates, and he's off by himself, and he's meditating, and he's looking at life, and he's looking at whatever's going on, what he needs to teach others, only one step is shown at a time. Not the whole thing. Only one. Like Jesus. When Jesus went to meditate in the Garden of Olives, and all of his disciples decided to take a nap, and he asked them to wait for him. Wait for me, because this is important. That is when he saw the horrific things that they were going to do to him in the next couple of days, which eventually led to his death. But until that point, he didn't see, and he was Jesus. He was very enlightened, but that is when he saw how he would shed blood from every piece of his body, and how they were going to rip him to shreds. And when he came out of there and he looked at all his disciples sleeping, he was very upset. You know, he had like a little fit at why couldn't you wait for me? Why couldn't you, stand and watch, protect me? He lost his mind in that very, very moment. But it's like that. When we meditate, when we see the things that are happening in our lives, or the things that have gone on in our lives, we're only going to get a little snippet. That's it. That's what Jesus had to go through, and this is what we're going through too. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, because that's how it happens to me. Yeah, I'll wake up and it'll be like something that I asked for like years ago, a question that I had of my personality, or why there was something about me that went on in a certain way, why I thought about certain things in a certain way, and years later, boom, you wake up one morning and there it is, the thought, the idea, the answer to that question. So it may take a while, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to get our answers, or that we're not going to find that new direction or that new situation. We just need to be a little bit flexible about the way we go forward, and not jump all into a certain idea or a certain inspiration until you're sure that that's the way you want to go. All right, let's get to the weekly reading. Let's see. This reading is going to focus on the 3rd to the 9th of March. So we want to see what our week is going to be like. Sorry about all the external noises. I was hoping it would be quiet, but I am not, like I said, I am not alone in this area. And there's like an area in the back where they do work, construction work, or whatever it is, work. Forbear, again. Oops. I'm going to get that card that flew off the table, because It's a 10 of Cups. So it's all about taking a break this week. Too many cards. Taking a break. Healing some family issues, some emotional issues within ourselves. Very important. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Major Arcana cards. Okay. At the beginning of the week, we have the Four of Air. The Four of Air is the Four of Swords. So it's all about contemplation, resting, being patient, taking a break and healing from the Three of Swords, which is disappointment, pain, choices that we make, other people that become involved in our lives and hurt us. So we need to take a little break from that. So at the beginning of the week, you may feel a little hurt of something that may have happened last week, or a situation, a disappointment, an argument, differences of opinion, just something you said, perhaps a thought that you had. So you're resting at the beginning of the week, trying to get over it, okay? And it's an emotional issue because we have the Ten of Water, which is the end of the Ten of Cups suit. So emotional enlightenment or emotional fulfillment. So you need to take a break in order to achieve this emotional fulfillment, or just being happy, in general, okay? The next card is the Emperor. So around the middle of the week, you're going to really focus on building blocks of your life, on what direction you're going, and becoming very stable, building your future, because this is, what we're supposed to be doing every single day. But at the beginning of the week, you're working on your emotional stability, okay, and taking a little break. But by the middle of the week, you're going to become very focused on building. This is also representative of an Aries or a fire sign that may come into your life to either help you focus, or just you taking charge of your life, taking control of your emotions, of your life, and moving forward and starting to build the blocks of how you're going to move forward, moving into the future, okay? It will help bring you some balance, because here's the Justice card. So if you guys are in a legal battle or a legal situation, you need to focus on that around the middle of the week. You need to either make a call to the lawyer, see where the hell the case is, what's going on, and justice will prevail in the end. But you need to stay focused on that if it is a legal battle or a legal case that you're having, or an inheritance or something that you're waiting on. You need to communicate with them to see what's going on, where they're at, what can you do to speed up the case, or what can you do to bring an end or a culmination to whatever this situation is. This could also represent balancing your emotion, finally coming to some type of a balance with the people that either that you work with, the people you live with, or a balance within yourself, within your emotions. Balancing so that you can continue to move forward. So you're focusing on your balance, you're focusing on your emotional life this week, and on balancing your emotions, balancing how you communicate with other people and what you do, and bringing balance if something has been off with some of the people that interact with you during the week, bringing some balance, because you will be judged fairly from others. You will be judged fairly, justice will prevail, and you'll be able to keep moving forward, Then we have the King of Earth at the end. So this is manifestation. This is financial stability. So you're working on, maybe some of you are working on your finances. You're having to seek legal advice about your finances during this week. Remember, the taxes are coming up. We're in March. April is next, so we're running out of time for taxes. I have already done mine, by the way. And I did mine directly with someone that works for the IRS, so it's cool. At first it was tough. I've known him for many years, and every year I go to the same person, and my whole family goes, but now he's a little less tougher on me at first, because he's older, but it's someone that works directly with the IRS. So he worked for the IRS for many years, retired now, but still works. Now he's a professor in a college, so he still works with the IRS directly and teaching others how to do taxes. But this year I went directly to him to do my taxes, and it worked out. It was nice to me. But the King of Earth it's either a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus, or someone that has their life very stable, someone that has property, someone that is very financially abundant, wealth. He's very wealthy, and someone that either could help you with your finances, someone that's an earth sign that you meet as you move along this week that can, I don't know, become a friend, or just maybe someone you want to emulate. Or it could just be you. Be you, becoming very stable. And in the end, finding balance that you need to help you become very financially stable, to help you acquire property, to help you acquire a better position. This could be a boss as well that's going to give you a better position, or that will be judging you. Perhaps there's something at work that happened, and you went to your boss for stability, for help with balancing the situation, and it became balanced. Whatever was going on changed, and now it's more balanced. And in the end, you're happy because they judged you fairly, and you have your position stable. Okay. The angels are also asking you to please take a leap of faith during this week. If there's something that you, again, want to do, don't worry. Take a leap of faith. A new path you want to follow. Maybe you want to ask for a raise. Do it. Maybe you want to get another position at work. Go ahead and ask for it and see what happens. They're asking you to go ahead and take a leap when it comes to situations in your life during this week. If there's something that you want to do, follow your heart. You may feel like no one is behind you, like you have no support, but you're coming out of a very dark period in your life and moving forward to where there's a bit more enlightenment, so no worries. For some of you, you have angelic help at this time, and they're helping you open your heart, so you need to stay aware that during this week there may be some outbursts of emotions. You're just clearing things out so that you can become more emotionally stable. All right. You also need to take intervals of breaks if you can, and just focus. And if someone upsets you or pushes your button, remember to stay stable, to stay focused, and don't speak before you think, because it could hurt you. I think that there are some planets in retrograde. I haven't even had time to focus on that because I've been pretty busy, but I think there's several planets in retrograde at this time, and one of them could be Mercury, and I think it's supposed to be in retrograde a little longer than normal, about a month's time. So watch what you say. Take it easy with your communications, because they could go awry. You could say the wrong thing as well to the wrong person, and that can hurt you. So try not to do that. All right, so we're going to have a busy week. Stability is what we're looking for. A new direction, perhaps, something new to amuse us or to make us more happy, and in the end we will find that we have completed a cycle and we're beginning a new one. So it's all about finishing off certain things, clearing out certain things from our heart chakra to help us focus, to help us become more happy. And we find that we have the world in our hands. We really do have a lot of assistance with our guides and our angelic help that really are always there for us. We just need to ask for help, and we need to see it when it comes and listen to our guidance, because if we don't listen, then what is the point of asking for help or even having them there if we're not going to listen when they're trying to guide us in a new direction? All right, it's time for the interactive part of the reading. So ABC 1 2 3. It's time already. Okay. The usual card on the ground. If only it would just flip up so I could catch it instead of falling down, so I have to move everything to get it. Yeah. This is going to take me a while. The card that fell was Clear Your Vibes, Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. So we need to ask for assistance with help and clearing our chakras, clearing our aura, strengthening it more. And I would have to say, just think of a white light following you around all day long and making you brighter, happier. Alright guys, for those of you that chose A, we have the thinker, and we have inner power. So we have this divine energy, divine thoughts that are coming in, but you need to be able to focus. All right, I'm back. Just I had someone talking to me, someone that works in the garden. When they see me here, they come in and say hey. But due to them is how I have this beautiful orchids around me at this time. So I have to stop and talk to them because it's lovely, lovely people that dedicate themselves to others or have in their lifetimes. So it's respectful, to spend time talking to them. Yeah, it's just a few minutes anyway, but due to them, there's butterflies here, and there's beautiful, lovely plants that surround me, like the Garden of Eden, which he just mentioned. This is like the Garden of Eden. Soon it's going to be even better. I'm like, it's already a Garden of Eden to me because most of the orchids are blooming, but yet there's still hundreds of orchids that are just in the bud state. So I mean hundreds. Literally, this is amazing. Anyway, for those of you that chose A, we have the Thinker card. So again, we're being asked to meditate. We're being asked to think because there's an important decision that you're going to have to make soon if it isn't already in your life. And you need to focus on that. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. There's going to be help, though. You're going to have help from your guides, from your angels, from ascended masters. You need to pray, and you need to focus and spend time somewhere where you can actually have these ideas or the thoughts come in, your inspiration or whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve, okay? But it is coming. You just need to spend time meditating or allowing the thoughts to come in, and once they do, you need to work on it. You need to move forward with the idea. There could be a spiritual leader that comes into your life for those of you that chose A, and if that is what you're hoping for or trying to achieve, there's someone that's coming. And the answers may be very obvious or how you can find this person. You just have to open your mind so that it comes to you, okay? But it's already in the workings on, or your answers to a particular question or something important that you need to do. Okay, for those of you that chose B, we have spirit animal and we have higher power. So again, these are messages that are coming from the divine. There's higher power that's trying to send you a message, and you're going to receive it. Trust me, because when a higher power comes into your life, they pivot you, they move you around, they change your thoughts and the way that you are looking at life so that you can focus on something else that's more important, that is more on your life path, okay? Then we have spirit animal. So there is either a totem animal that's going to help you, or there is an animal around you, or perhaps one of your pets have passed away, but that animal now is with you as part of your totem, and they're going to help guide you or bring you messages. There could be a spirit animal or a little animal that's trying to come into your life. If you're thinking about getting a dog, a cat, a bird, whatever it is that you like, go ahead and do it, because this is telling me that there's a soul and there's a little animal or somebody that's waiting for you to either go get them, go to the animal shelter. There may be an animal there that just is like, oh my God, you're here, that recognizes you, and it's a soul thing. It's an animal that perhaps you had in another lifetime, and it's back and it wants to see you. So if you're thinking about an animal, please, it's waiting for you. There's a higher power trying to bring you together. This could just be about you recognizing what your totem animals are in this lifetime now. A little focus, a little pay attention, because they'll come to you in dreams, or you may see them reflected in something. There may be something there, so pay attention, because your totem animal could be right around you, and you can get your answers that way. It will help you focus. You'll see them in dreams, and they'll bring you messages. They'll be like a beacon showing you something in a message, in a dream. So pay attention again. And again, see the third eye on this woman, how there's a higher power. There's messages that are coming into your life. So if you've chose B, the same thing as A. It's all about being able to receive those messages and somehow act on them, when they come in, so that you're following your guidance, because there are messages that are coming from a higher power that's going to help you achieve what you're hoping to achieve, whether it's a new romance, whether it's a child, whatever it is. There's something important, okay, that's coming into your life, so focus on that. C, we have healthy choices and new life. So a new diet, healthy choices that you get out, you exercise, you're eating differently, you're getting more rest, and it almost puts you in a position where your whole life changes, and you'll be looking at a new life pretty soon. Or due to all the changes that are happening in your new life, you're going to be making new changes. happy, good changes, healthier choices that you're going to be making. You're going to maybe go swimming more. You're going to get out more. You're going to eat better, more natural foods, fresh foods, fruits, vegetables, less processed food, less meats, less sodas, and only drink water or tea or things that are a little bit healthier for you, or find juices. You know, something that really puts you in a better state of mind, that helps you focus, that helps you enlighten a little bit more. So kudos for you guys. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed your reading. I thank you so much for listening to my channel. Please leave comments down below, because I do read them, and I do put little hearts. When I put a little heart, it's because I have read your comment and I have enjoyed it. Sometimes I answer them. It depends on what it is, but I will look at all the comments that you guys post, so please post some comments. And I am going to try to put other videos out, but I won't promise anything, so that you're not disappointed. And if I do, just keep checking back, because I don't know if YouTube is like promoting my channels or, you know, my videos. So be sure to click the little bell down underneath where it says subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell so it brings you, you know, all the videos that I put out, because I'm going to try to put more out as we move along. So we have hard work brings us happiness, brings us a lot of messages, a lot of inspiration. So working hard, and here's a violin. So pick up your instrument if you like music. Whatever your muse is, you're being urged to use it, because that is another way that the universe can talk to you, or a higher power. I love you guys. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Oh, and by the way, I did put out all my zodiac readings, so check for your sign and see what additional messages you can get from that. You can check your rising sign, your moon sign, and of course your sun sign. Love you now. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.